You find your seat on the plane to 6B right in the middle of two large men already settled into to 6A and to 6C. You sigh, glance around, and spot an almost empty row a few seats back. It's tempting, it looks peaceful, more space, more freedom. You think no harm in moving, right? But here's what most people don't realize. Planes don't just carry people and bags. They carry weight, and where that weight is distributed actually affects how safely the plane flies. When passengers move around without telling the crew, it can mess with the aircraft's center of gravity. It's not an exaggeration. There are actual cases where just a few passengers changing seats threw off the plane's balance so much that the pilots struggled to get the plane off the ground. Not enough room to abort takeoff, not enough control to continue safely. That's not a story to make you nervous. It's just a reminder that even the small stuff matters up there. Every seat, every bag, every decision. Now imagine what happens if baggage handlers make a mistake. Something as simple as loading bags in the rear of the plane instead of the front can cause the nose of the aircraft to lift too quickly during takeoff. Sounds harmless, maybe even helpful, but it's not. A nose-up pitch that happens too fast can lead to aerodynamic instability, and that's a problem no pilot wants to face at full throttle. So yes, you can change seats sometimes, just ask. The flight attendants are trained to keep everything balanced. If they say no, it's not because they're being difficult. It is because they know more than we do about how these flying machines stay safely in the air. Let's talk about the tray table. The moment the plane begins to taxi, you're asked to raise it. And keep your seat upright. You've heard this 1,000 times. But here's what you might not know. If there's an emergency and the plane needs to be evacuated, people need a clear, unobstructed path. A tray table down or a reclined seat can block someone from getting out quickly or from getting into the brace position properly. This isn't just about comfort or convenience, it's about survival. Those 90 seconds during an evacuation, they go fast. People love booking flights on smaller, cheaper aircraft to save money, but larger planes that carry over 30 passengers are designed under stricter safety rules. More backup systems, better impact resistance, tighter safety certification. So if you ever have a choice and the price difference isn't crazy, choose the bigger plane. Your odds are better, even if the coffee's still terrible. Emergency exit seats come with perks, legroom, priority boarding, sometimes even early drinks. But they also come with a responsibility that not everyone is aware of. You need to be physically able and willing to help in case of an emergency. And if you're sitting there, you should read the safety card. Yes, that little laminated thing everyone ignores. Because when something goes wrong, that card turns into your guidebook. It shows you how to open doors, operate slides, and where your nearest exits are. And speaking of exits, remember to actually count the rows between you and them. If smoke fills the cabin or the lights go out, you'll need to find your way there by feel, not sight. Those window shades you're asked to open during takeoff and landing? That's not about giving you a nice view, it's for the crew. They need to see outside and assess conditions quickly. Smoke, fire, debris, anything that might mean you need to exit fast or avoid using a particular door. If you can avoid connecting flights, do it. Statistically, takeoff and landing are the most dangerous phases of a flight. The fewer times you go up and down, the lower your risk. It's not about being scared, it's about being smart. Just like backing up your devices before you travel, flights are unpredictable. Devices get lost, batteries die, connections get missed. Keep important files safe in the cloud or a portable drive, just in case. Let's talk clothing. You want to be stylish, sure, but think about functionality too. In a fire, natural fabrics like cotton, denim, and wool won't melt onto your skin like polyester or nylon. Loose, comfortable clothing gives you mobility in an emergency, and wear proper shoes. That means no flip-flops, no high heels, and nothing you have to remove on your way out the door. If you ever have to use an evacuation slide, you need something that won't trip you up or tear off. When the cabin lights dim before takeoff or landing at night, it's not a mood-setting thing. It helps your eyes adjust to low light, so if something happens, you can see the emergency lights and signs faster. Your vision won't be thrown off when you need it most. It's small details like this that make a big difference when seconds matter. Listen to the crew seriously if they ask you to do something. Even if it seems unnecessary or repetitive, do it. They're not there to bring you peanuts. They're trained to handle emergencies. They've practiced what to do in situations you and I hope will never face. And finally, always carry your essentials on you. Not in the overhead bin, not buried in your carry-on, but with you. Passport, phone, medication, cash, ID. If something happens and you need to exit quickly, you won't have time to dig around. 90 seconds, that's all you get. Don't spend it chasing your backpack. Every one of these little rules you hear before takeoff exists for a reason. They've been written in blood, learned through real events. Flying is one of the safest ways to travel. But safety only works when everyone on board, crew and passengers alike, follows the playbook. So next time you fly, do your part. Stay alert, respect the process. It could make all the difference.